Hey everybody, it's Tmika. I am here to do a quick tutorial on how I created this super cute box. A few days ago I went live. It was a late night live craft with me, late night, something like that. It was an awesome live, lots of participation, and I want to thank you guys all for coming out. So the problem with that, technical difficulties, when it was processing, the video was very distorted, like it was all pixelated and you could see movements. I don't know if it was like that the entire time during the live, but on my screens it was a clear picture like how it is now. But when I processed it and for the playback to save it, you know, for everyone to watch if they wanted to, it was just a horrible pixelation. Like I just couldn't leave it there. So it is currently private or unlisted or whatever it is. It was just a great chat. We had a great time, but I had several requests to either put that live back up or do the tutorial for the box with the dimensions. So I'm gonna go with this one because I can't tolerate looking at that. So I don't know if it was, like I said, I don't know if it was like that the whole time. If it was, kudos to you guys for staying through that. Like seriously, I would have been like, you know what, Tmika need to get together. I'm out. But so thank you. I really appreciate you guys. So this is the box I created using the Prima Cherry Blossom paper pad. I got this from Hobby Lobby. Very pretty, sweet, simple, elegant paper. Great for a Mother's Day project. So really fun. So this is what we did, start to finish. The only thing I added after the live was some eyelash trim. I think I added another rose, some stickles. Maybe stickles are already on there. And then I fixed this part. This is part that was it wouldn't stay flat because I used chipboard and I didn't do it wide enough, so I decided to go with a couple layers of cardstock. Cute little magnet, and it opens up. Great for holding some embellishments if you're giving them in a rack or giving them to someone. So you get 3 boxes. You can put your trinkets in. Some people suggested, or a person suggested, like giving it to your on your desk and have desk stuff, you know, staples, paper clips, whatever. You can put candy, lots of different options. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is magnetized, really cute box, sleek profile. Absolutely love this box. So what we're going to do is put a simple one together. I'm just going to use some cardstock, white cardstock from Michaels. So you'll need 2 pieces. I think you just need 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11. Correction, you'll need 5 pieces of 8.5 by 11 because I already did 2 of the boxes. And you'll need chipboard cut at 3.5 by 7. You need 2 of those, and then 2 by 7. Okay, this is a really quick project. It took us a long time because 1, we were doing the technical stuff, and 2, we were chatting. So 3 of the sheets of paper will have to be cut at 7 by 6. Okay, grab your scoreboard out and score at 2 inches all around the paper. So 2 inches. I just take it back since it's easier for me to use this right side. So it'll eventually be scored at 4 2 times and then 5 2 times. Really easy. So you'll need 3 of these. Okay. And then you're going to fold over all of your score marks. And give them a good crease. Okay, so the paper where the side is 6-inch side is going vertical. You're going to slide. You're going to cut slice the score mark all the way up to the crossing score mark, just like this, because you're going to make boxes. And then you want to flip it to the opposite side and do the same thing. Like that. So you'll have 3 open flaps. Okay, you want to flip it over and you add tape to the 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 ends. I used wet glue when I was doing this, and I used the silicone glue to put together the box. You can get this at Martha's Creations on Instagram. I'll put her link down below. I know a lot of people were asking where that came from. It's a great wet glue. So just for video purposes, I just put a little bit of ATG tape on there. And then you want to, so this is where the tape is, flip it back to the other side, and we're going to fold it onto itself. So the left one is going to go to the middle, and then the right one is going to go behind. Now feel free to cut off the excess. I usually do like little slits, triangular slits when I cut on the score mark, but like this, and then flip it so it just matches. Flip it so it matches correctly, Tmika. So this is what I'll say when I usually do the slits. Cut it down and then make like a little triangle so that it'll fold over easier. And I'll do it again on this side. You're just doing little slivers. Alright, so now fold this box down. Match up the corners. So then you have, let's get that in there. So then you have this cute little box. Okay. I use the cardstock from Prima, much thicker, but like I said, I'm just doing 65-pound weight cardstock for the tutorial. So then you want to do that 3 times. So there's your 3 boxes. Okay. Now, with one of the 8.5 by 11s, you want to lay your chipboard down. And you want to use a great adhesive, and you want to use a lot of it, because you don't want your box to be crumple and crackle because it's not adhered down well enough. Use double-sided tape, ATG, or a lot of this ATG tape, red line tape, all of that'll work. So you want to add adhesive to all 3 of the sides. Okay. I mean all 3 of the papers, and then you want to put this right in the middle, leaving a little gap in between all of them. Just like so. Okay. I'm gonna take my bone folder and just kind of ride the side a little bit. I can prepare the paper to fold. This paper may crack, but use a sturdy paper. And you want to fold this up gently. I'm going to do mine with my hands. Doing it this way, just a gentle fold over at first before creasing it, will help to prevent some cracking. So then I just lightly go over it, with my bone folder. Okay. And then you want to take your scissors and miter the corners. So that is just the paper meets here, intersects here. So you want to cut a little bit right above that score mark. Bring it closer. Right above where the score marks intersect, like so. And you want to do that all the way around. Okay. And then you want to add tape to close it. Before you seal the sides, you want to cut a little triangle out, not to exceed past the score mark, where the boxes are separate. Just like that. Excuse me. And let's do the other side. Just helps it so that it doesn't add bulk in the fold. Triangles are sticking everywhere. Now you want to fold in your sides or your papers. All right. That crisp edge. So gently fold your paper up where they break apart, and you should have something like this. So take your other piece of cardstock and we're going to line the inside. Now of course you want to add pattern paper, you know, like I did mine, if you want on the inside. Again, this panel is 3.5 by 7, 3.5 by 7, 2 by 7. So you want to layer this right on top. And then I'm just gonna measure it out and then make a little mark. And then, oops, then you want to cut it down. So this is about, this is about 9 3/8. And this is, I'm gonna make that 6 7/8. Did I do that right? Let me make sure. Yeah. 9 3/8 by 6 7/8. And you can cut it smaller or larger if you need to when you get it. So this should probably be cut at 7, right on the nose. That way it'll cover everything exactly, but I'm not going to recut it. No, I ran out of tape. Really? Really, ATG? Alright, I'm going to use my wet glue. I hate wasting this stuff for the tutorial. But I love you guys. So I'm just going to add this glue all across the top. I wouldn't suggest using the wet glue for this, to be honest, only because it'll leave these marks on your paper and you can see them unless you try to flatten it out as much as you can. But just use dry glue. Your choice though. Alright. Again, you want to cut that out at the full length by 7. I got a little overhang that I'm going to deal with. Okay. And then you just want to follow that along by creasing the inside. I don't see the streaks, so try to rub that glue in before laying it down. So that's the inside of the box. Now, 2 ways you can do it. The way that I close mine is with a magnet. So I have 2 layers under here. I have a base layer and then I popped up another layer on dimensional. If you're not doing that, you want to go ahead and place your magnet down right now here, and you don't need it at the bottom because we hot glued the bottom. And then what I did was use an extra sliver of the paper that was left over, the 8.5 by 11. I cut it down by 2. I folded it in half. Remember, my cardstock from Prima was very heavy, so I added tape down. I added hot glue to the bottom, and then of course the magnet you know, I folded it over like this to make a crease to where that is so that can sit. And then of course my boxes are inserted. Once they're inserted in there, creased it again and then added the magnet, and that went perfect. So magnet here and then magnet on the back there, you can seal it. But Glue Gun and Roses already did the box. Like the next day she had it up on Instagram. She did this box, mixed media, fabulous. I'll put her link down below. She used ribbon. I think that looks great too. So we're gonna do ribbon this time. So I'm just using some ribbon, white satin ribbon that I got from Walmart. And to do that, I just cut a little piece or a piece, and I'm going to right down the middle. Oh God, I forgot my glue gun wasn't working. Right down the middle, I'm going to add some double-sided tape, and you can measure this where you want it. It's going to go right down the middle of the box. To the edge to edge. And then I'm going to take it off and add the ribbon. To the center there. Alright. Now I'm going to add my boxes. And you can have these boxes touching each other, like stacked and layered against each other and stacked real tight, or you can have them spaced out. I like them better spaced out, so I'm going to do that. So I'll just have this, just kind of measure a little bit to the edge. You can even place your boxes down and mark it with a pencil so you can know where you want them to be, but you know me, I just eyeball it. And it works out. But you can measure and do all that. Make sure that your boxes are exact. Turn it this way and kind of eyeball it, match it up with the side and the lining of this box. There. And then the last box. I actually could go back and use this and layer it with some cardstock if I want it, because these things are just so darn stinking cute. And this is going to go right in the middle, like so. And I'm just taking my bone folder and making sure that gets nice and set. Okay, see, there we go. Look how cute that is. Of course you want to cover, you know, cover your paper up, and then this folds over. And you can just tie this in a pretty little knot or a pretty little bow. Me and bows, you know, we do not get along. That's the ugliest bow I've ever seen, but you guys get the drift. Adds a little elegance when you add a little bow. Again, don't copy my bow. So that's how that looks. Really, really cute. And then the recipient, you know, they just untie. There's the goodies. Or if you don't want to untie, you can opt to do this, which is the magnet, and put that on top. Either way, they both are awesome. So here is what the project looks like again. Really pretty. Stamped it with the stamp with some cocoa ink. Lots of layers, lace, pearls, sprays. Really cute. Magnet. Really cute. These are not my embellishments. I just put them in there so we can see how they look. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.